How you doing, Mitch?
Good. Hello,
Thank you
gents.
for making the journey. Appreciate it.
What?
Yeah. So I think you're probably one of the godfathers of, I would say,
Well,
like
that's what you refer
LinkedIn.
to him as, isn't you?
Yeah.
One of the godfathers.
Godfathers of LinkedIn branding.
LinkedIn branding.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think.
I'm not sure what that means, but anyway, go on. Tell me.
Well, I made it up just now. It's,
Okay.
I coined that LinkedIn branding. In fact, there's gonna be LinkedIn branding coaches dotted about now, isn't there?
Hopefully.
That's gonna be us. That's
Yeah.
fine. So I would say that we first came across you. I think when we set up actually, because when we were at our big corporate agency, we were very restricted to what we could and couldn't say on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
So it wasn't until we kind of we were allowed to take off the handcuffs, weren't it, of kind of the corporate stuff.
Yeah.
That's when we really sort of noticed your branding around LinkedIn.
Yeah.
So you, like I said, you're probably one of the first people that we came across, especially within the recruitment world. Anyway.
Okay.
So what?
Oh, I wouldn't call what I did back then or now well, a bit more so now perhaps, but I wouldn't have called it what I did back then branding. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was more.
What do you call it?
Well, making noise, really. Back then, I think we're going back, 10 years? Maybe a little bit longer?
Yeah, 10 years
yeah.
when I saw when I started seeing your stuff, and then when we were going 6 years, which was where we really started going like, all right, this guy's got the model here, which is
okay. So
look, loud enough noise and people look.
The copyright thing came about 8 years ago. It was an idea I had in my kitchen. I saw somebody I had known for 10, 12 years posting about running a copywriting course, Jackie.
Yeah.
You know, I thought, well, I know Jackie. I know I can trust her. I rang her there and then, said, what about? She said, yeah, I think it's a good idea. And we had our first course in a month. So it took off quick, and then people bought into it really quick. But prior to that, I was just taking the piss out of contingency for 3 or 4 years because I was coaching recruiters how to convert to retained.
Yeah.
And of course, doing that and the way I did it, because I have a sarcastic tone and I swear now and again, quite a lot of people didn't like me. Some have come back, but still a lot of people don't like me because of that. Because they saw me as attacking the industry, you know.
Well, this is it. And do you know when people attack the industry, you often see kind of its defenders all of a sudden come in kind of their droves, don't they?
No, I understand it. But
People don't like a mirror being put up to them, do they? Because especially when you go in, because I do it all the time, and I get a lot of like kind of comments on things like YouTube and stuff about like, you know, why is he in the industry if he doesn't like recruitment and doesn't like recruiters? And it's not a case that I don't like recruitment or recruiters. I just think there's so much scope for people to be better. And for the most part, a lot of recruiters just get away with being shit.
Yeah.
As horrible as that sounds.
Absolutely.
But yeah, that
Why
doesn't
don't
win
you
you
say
any
what you
prizes.
really feel, though?
Yeah.
But look, the purpose of going onto social media for business purposes is to get noticed.
Yeah.
And to drive traffic and content and engagement and comments. And that's what I tried to do. And I did half of it by posting on other people's comments.
When we first
That's
set
probably
up,
where most of the hard work is done, actually.
when we first set up, we went to this Santander business networking thing, and this was like literally sort of, I don't even know if we'd set up at this point or not, but we'd gone there and looked at it, and one of the things they were talking about was social selling and kind of the importance of LinkedIn and all that sort of stuff. And there was a stat that stuck with me, and it still sticks with me now. And at that time, 6-7 years ago, content was being produced at a rate of 300%, and that was daily, weren't it? There was 300% more content going out every single day, which we picked up on that straight away. Which said to us, what that means is you have to be noticeable, and the only way to be noticeable is, as you said, comment on other people's content. Let them know that you're watching their content. Let them know that you're engaging in their content. And sure enough, you start to get noticed by their network, and you start to get noticed by them, and all of a sudden your network starts to broaden out, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it just creates some validity, some credibility. Other people's content is giving you ideas on what you want to say.
Absolutely.
I've had many a time where I've been typing out a comment on another discussion, and then I'm about 70 words in and going, this is starting to get a bit too long and a bit too good to be hidden away in this. Yeah. So I cut and paste it into a Word document and do some more work on it and sleep on it and then post it the next day as a thread, as a post.
Fair.
Yeah.